Coach Grimes here again with a second in our series on pushers. Today we're going to focus on beating the pusher and look at Abby versus Maricopa. To recap, a pusher is a player who either can't or won't learn proper tennis technique. They don't care about pace or spin, they just push the ball back over the net and hope that you miss. While they are often fast, they've also failed to learn proper footwork, which affects their ability to move to and recover from a wide ball. The strategy against a pusher is to force them to move out of the middle of the court and draw a short ball which can be attacked. I call the area in the middle of the court the pusher box because that is where they are most comfortable. A typical pusher will also usually have a weak serve. Almost all serve with a forehand grip. They will try to blast their first serve and then just tap their second serve. Because they use a forehand grip rather than the traditional continental grip, their first serve percentage is usually very low, giving their opponents a lot of looks at a very weak second serve. In our first video, we looked at Abby's match against Maricopa from last year, in which she lost to a pusher by hitting too many balls down the middle and allowing her opponent to outlast her. This year, a more powerful and mature Abby is ready for some payback. So in this first point, we're going to see Abby get pushed wide with a serve, hit an aggressive return and good recovery footwork, then hit another deep shot to set herself up nicely for the short ball finish. So let's look at this again in slow motion and break it down. Although the Maricopa girl doesn't have a great serve, she gets a good one here, which pulls Abby wide into the alley. Despite this, Abby gets a very strong return, which pushes her opponent back. Now I want to focus on Abby's recovery footwork. She uses the crossover step, which gets her back into play quickly and allows her to be in a position to hit a good deep return. This pays off dividends because it forces her opponent to hit a short shot, which Abby steps in and attacks. When she does attack, she does so with controlled aggression, moving her opponent outside of the pusher box, but with enough margin for error that she knows it's going to go in. Now you might be saying, but coach, Abby hit some shots down the middle in the pusher box. And that's true, but Abby only hit shots down the middle when she was on defense, which is a smart play, but her shots were deep enough to force her opponent to hit a short shot. When she got that short ball, she attacked outside of the pusher box. Our next strategy is to attack the opponent's weak serve, which we'll see Abby do in the next few points. Now, unlike some pushers, this girl had both a weak first and second serve, which Abby exploited. Now here's my favorite point. Abby exploits her opponent's lack of footwork by moving her out of position and then going in for the kill. First, I want you to notice the Maricopa girl's return position. She's flat-footed, her knees are straight, and her racket is hanging down by her waist. Let's watch it again, and this time I want you to notice that the Maricopa girl completely stops several times during the rally and watches what Abby's going to do next. This is typical of a pusher, and Abby exploits it brilliantly. So what has changed for Abby in a year? Well, she's always had powerful strokes, but now she has the confidence to use those weapons to attack her opponent's short balls and keep them in. Second, her footwork is much more lively this year, which allows her to get into position to hit those good shots. And finally, her confidence allows her to have the patience to wait for the right ball to attack. If she misses a few easy shots, she merely shrugs it off and goes back to the strategy. So to recap, when playing a pusher, you can't let them sit in the middle of the court and poke balls at you all day. You have to move them outside of the pusher box. Next, whenever they give you a short ball, you have to hurt them. But hurt them with controlled aggression. Leave yourself some margin for error. Remember, the only way that they can win the point is if you miss. And whenever they tap in a weak second serve, let them know that you're going to step in and punish them for it. That's it for today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any content.